Good afternoon, all. CamelbackTrading.org coming to you this Friday afternoon, November 13th, and we're looking at the SPY ETF's market profile here on Window Trader. And very bizarre type day. We had four attempts at single prints and a trend day up. They all filled. Yet we go out with a price probe. We finally get the spike and the probe for Monday. However, close below it. So now the question has to be posed, is this just a case of that's what they wanted to do and that's all they're going to do and they're happy with that, or do they continue again on Monday? This is an all-time closing high in SPY today. So that's impressive. After closing below last month's inside month high, they're back above it, so it's an inside month up. They got 15 cents above the previous all-time balance high of February's high, only to close below it. So there is a lot of confluence going on right where we're trading here, as both sides are still trying to figure it out. I am still going to call the daily a 4-day balance, even though we took out today and stretched it pretty good. We did close above it, but for now, I'm just going to call the 4-day balance. I'm not going to call it up. I don't like, we went up on Tuesday, back down on back up on Tuesday, back Wednesday, back down Thursday, up Friday. I'm not going to say up, down, up. I'm just going to still call this a 4-day balance for now, and see what Monday gives us. If we take out today's high and start getting acceptance into the previous day all-time high days range, then we'll call it up on the daily. But for now, I'm still calling it balance. Just quickly, triple Qs, they're in a 3-day balance. They go out with a price probe also, but a little different. They end 10 wide, and they have an inside day. So that should be pretty good for the triple Qs on Monday. I had a good day today. I didn't do a lot, but it was a good day. We were 5 for 5 wide. Never get 5 wide again, which is so bizarre. Now, if you're 5 for 5 wide, and then the widest you get is 4 wide, and you don't have a trend day, that's pretty interesting. They tried to force us down in I and J. I was actually short there. I was looking for it to flush out a bit to get to A's high at least, and possibly half back at the time. It never happened. But kind of bizarre price action of volume. It's at 61 million, but here's the interesting thing. At 4 o'clock, it was 50 million, and 10 million of it was in M period. So 20% of the day's volume was done in M period, and now we're doing even more in the after hours. How reliable is M? Is this short covering? I really don't think so, because the market was long all day. So I take M period with a grain of salt, and we'll see how we trade inside of it if we do on Monday. As far as my trades, I scalped shorts 3 times in A period. 3 times. The 358 puts. And they all worked out very nicely. I did them against, I didn't think we were going to take out yesterday's high right away. You know how much trouble they have, and they did. And it worked out all 3 times. And then I didn't do anything in B and C. I wanted to see. Now here's something real interesting. C flushes out, and look where we get to. A couple of pennies above basically the low of the upper distribution from yesterday. I was going to fade that and go long. I didn't do it, and I was kind of upset myself. That should have been a fade. We had higher value all day. They didn't show anything, the sellers. Once we failed at A's low from yesterday, should have gotten on board the long. Didn't do it. That's okay. I did take a short, 357 puts in D period, because once we did stop the one-time framing, but didn't think, again, they were having trouble. They couldn't take out yesterday's high, let alone, they couldn't take out today's high, let alone yesterday's high, so I took a put play there. That worked. Then I got long in E period. We took out D's high. I was like, you know what? I can't imagine we're not going to finally take out today's high and yesterday's high. Got on board with the 355 calls. It worked out very nicely on that when we popped the top. Not that it popped it by much. Now, I period. I didn't do anything then. I period is like, I think we're going to finally, we weren't getting much. Each time we attempted to have single prints, they failed. I'm like, I'm going to take a short. It worked out initially. I could have put it all to bed and had a decent trade on it because I added to it a couple of times. I was looking for A's high. I'm like, I'm going to try to be more patient. Got out of it. It went back up. Actually, I took it off. I'm trying to think. I think it was in J period because J period finally took out I's high. Yep, it was in J period. I take it off, lost small on the trade, and then J comes down, takes out I's low. I'm like, okay, here we go. And then went right back up and took out I's high and H's high. So I'm telling you, it's kind of bizarre price action. And then the last two trades I did, I went to the following Friday's puts. I bought 360 puts in K, which worked out. We made a new high, came back in, and in M. But M, I was very patient. I knew we probed. I'm like, I'm not doing it at L's low. I'm doing it at D's low. We got right up there, took a put play to 360 puts, and it worked out pretty good. And that was my trading. So it was a good day and a good week overall. The room had a good week. We did a lot of discussing on what the market was trying to do, how good a job is it doing, all those type of things. Think about it. After Monday's huge run up and that huge gap that got filled, look what we did all 4 days. Yeah, we traded below M's low. We filled the weekly and the daily gap. But for the most part, where did we spend the rest of the week? Inside of M's range. That's it. That's all we did when you put it in that kind of context. Now the question is this all they wanted? Or did we finally, look, we have a probe from today. So do we hold today's price probe and get a nice acceptance into Monday's range? Or do we fail at today's price probe and not get any acceptance, and basically all we did was fill the price spike from Monday? All remains to be seen. Destinations for Monday. We only have 4 upside destinations, folks. 358.90, which is today's high. 362.14, which is the afternoon rally high from Monday. 364.38, which is now a weekly high and the all-time high. And 366.77, which is the pre-market all-time high. For the downside, we have the price probe. K's high of 357.81. J's low, which is the afternoon pullback low of 356.42. Today's low of 354.71. 351.26 daily low from yesterday. And then Tuesday's low of 350.51, which is a weekly low. So, let's go to the charts. Monthly, still balance, 4-month balance. We came out of an inside month to the upside all 5 days this week. We closed above it 3 days. It's still undecided as far as I'm concerned. Yes, we closed at 358, so we're a firm $4 above inside month up. But until now, we take out, first and foremost, February's high, which was the previous all-time high of 358.75, and get acceptance above it. We got it in M period and closed below it. And then obviously, Monday's high, which is now our all-time high. Buyers are in the right direction, though. Weekly, I'm calling it up. So the weekly is up, even though we closed inside the previous all-time high, that weekly high. I'm calling it up. Going to give the bulls their due little accolades for the week. Daily, again, balance. For right now, I'm just going to say we stretched the 3-day balance to a 4-day balance. So today's high is the top of the 4-day balance. Tuesday's low is the bottom of it. It's a nice, what is it? $8, 358.90 is today's high. So almost $8.40. $8.39 to be exact. That's your balance. Do we come out of it Monday to the upside or not? I hope you had a great day and great week trading. Come check us out at camelbacktrading.org. You You could also just do consultations with me. I have 2 scheduled for tomorrow. They're still only $75 per hour. They're probably going to go to $100, minimum of $100, starting January for non-members. Room continues to grow. We're just under 210, 200. I think we're 208 people in the room. So that continues to grow. Again, once we get to either 300 or I'm thinking maybe January, going to raise the price. Members will always be in here for $20 a month. They'll always have the hourly consultation at $75 a month. But at some point, I'm going to raise the monthly fee to a minimum of $30 a month and the consultations to a minimum of $100 for any new members. So come and join us now. It is a phenomenal group of traders we have in here. Have a great weekend, and we'll speak prior to the opening on Monday.